I'm just recording this for my family here so that they can remember this song and hopefully my children learn it and keep it. Oh, hey, my voice ain't very good, but I'll try my best.
I think music is just kind of my compass and how I find a lot of navigation through life, and it's what leads me to where I need to go, honestly. It's how I process things, it's how I celebrate things, it's how I decompress. Music to me is a vessel to communicate what was before and what is now and what's coming next. My name is Matoa Yuhi. I'm from Sioux Falls, South Dakota. I'm Oglala Lakota of Pine Ridge, South Dakota. And I do art, I do music, and I compose for film and television sometimes. I told you who I was. My father said, son, why the long stank face? Life is short, go embrace. So I make solo music under that name, Matoa Yuhi, and that kind of entails me doing a little bit of everything for my own music. So I produce it, write it, record it, arrange it, all those types of things. And then I also do scoring for film and TV. So that just means making all the original music for what you see on the big screen. Yeah, oh so bonafide. I didn't know I'd have a crew until Reservation Dogs. I had no idea that was like possible at all. Life as a composer is pretty dynamic, I would say. I have the privilege of working on a lot of different stories and a lot of different projects with a lot of different people, and that's one of my favorite parts about composing is the collaborative process. And I get to also pull from my emotional experiences that I might not do otherwise in my solo work. I got a call from one of the producers of the film about Leonard Peltier and his imprisonment. You know, I'm from there, and those are my ancestors, those are my relatives on screen, so I felt very comfortable and secure in like telling their story and making that music for it. And so yeah, it brought me much closer to my roots, which was really cool. I definitely think my own music is still what I champion, and it's like what I lead with. Ooh. All right. Quit messing around just a sec, come on. Trying to make music, trying to make history. I grew up in kind of central Sioux Falls, but I spent summers out in Pine Ridge and stuff like that. And I still love going home, you know? I love it because it's where I create the most freely and openly, because I'm able to really let my hair down when I'm home, and I get to hang out with my family.
What I remember of him was like he was always smiling and he was always laughing.
You do?
Just doing things and just creative.
Great Mother of Scott! On my back! There's not! She gets up and starts running around, children screaming in terrible sound.
There's a big part of him that's still the same kid.
I had no entry point for music making. I didn't have anybody in my immediate family who did music. From like a Western standpoint, at least, like ceremonially, there was a lot of music, like going to Sweat Lodge and Sundances and whatnot. So from a cultural standpoint, there was a lot of like external expression within music. But in terms of my own music, I didn't know what it was growing up. I just knew that when I would close my eyes and listen to music, I just went somewhere else, and it couldn't be stopped. And it was a very beautiful, immersive, kind of visceral experience.
think we're here now. I think we're here now. I think we're here now. So this year I just released a new album, so I'm gonna play a few Jimmy Jams from that one, okay? Oh, it's also time to dance. I don't know if you got the email, but it's time to dance. I really want to get on this, but
I think I always was outgoing growing up. This like proclivity to perform was intrinsic in me. I love getting up on stage and taking people somewhere. I just want them to come to this space and they can just let it go and just have fun.
South Dakota rain. Yeah, I was really working 3-ass jobs, earning minimum wage while getting my degree to honor those who paved. Your boy tried to behave. Lord, how did I make it out of Southern California with a piece of me saved? We was really in the cup, bleeding money to stay. Up in Pasadena, praying that the puddles will all hurry and make some waves without taking a bait. Tribulations and trials stricken. This was way before your neighbors know my name.
That's, I think, why I take it so serious, because it's such like a spiritual relinquishment for me. When I'm on stage, you can feel people letting themselves go and having fun and just going somewhere that they don't always get to go to.
all right, I'm coming in. Come on.
That's kind of my philosophy with performances. Like, I'm gonna show you my cards first. So I'll be up there and be silly, and then folks will start to feel like they can be like that.
Yeah, went and got a raise.
This is a song called Stank Face. And how I started with this song was I found this sample. So this is what it sounds like originally. But I was like, maybe I should pitch it up an octave. And I like that because its texture remains, but it has a different feel to it, you know what I mean? And it made me just feel like family and think about family. So I started with that. And then I found the most disgusting little bass thing. Like, I was like, I want something to just cut through and kind of give voice to that stank face mentality. So I found, so I just did that little walk down. And then together you get that first part.
Can I have some people live their dreams tonight? Can you join me on stage?
Yeah, went and got a raise and made my own parade. Yo, I guess you could say ain't no rain, no. Yeah.
This year I released an album called Stank Face Standing Soldier. I thought of it because my last name is Standing Soldier, so my government name is Motto Standing Soldier. There was kind of a reclaiming of that name because I was bullied for it growing up. So it felt cool. It felt kind of, what does it mean to embrace that name? All of my favorite music has two parts to it. There's always the song that kind of transitions into something else. I think that's also just kind of indicative of the album, Stank Face, Standing Soldier. There's these two parts to it, you know what I mean? So this song kind of being its namesake, I wanted to like, I think inherently and like unknowingly do that, you know what I mean? And it's my most personal work, definitely. And it goes through a lot of life experiences I've had in terms of falling in love, falling out of love, moving through the grief of losing my dad. He was a huge person in my life, and so that was the immediate component to it. He knew I was becoming my own native person, a native community member, and he never was suffocating, you know, he let me find myself in Indian country.
Woke up this morning, thank the creator for today.
When I was considering what the cover should be, we were going through different photos of my dad. And there's one in particular that I found, and it's this image of him in this white long sleeve tee and this red beret. So this album, I said, well, that's me. that photo of my father is me in so many different ways. And so I felt such an urgency to like put him on the cover, because in a lot of ways the album is dedicated to him.
It's bad when we lose these songs. But this song here was sung by my ate. You can think about them and the generations to come.
Sometime before he passed, he recorded these voice memos, and they were just Lakota songs. He was pretty fluent in Lakota, and he was teaching us up until he died. And so there's this one song, the pipe filling song. And the album ends with him talking about that song. But there's a moment, and you know, when like Lakota men speak from that generation, that I'm gonna tell you these things, and
Oh, hey, my voice ain't very good, but I'll try my best.
so he like breaks character right there, and I was like, I loved all parts of my dad, but I specifically really geeked out about that little moment of breaking character. And yeah, it's relatable. Like I feel like that every time before I perform. I'm just like, okay, my voice isn't very good, but I'll try my best. And so yeah, I just loved that little sprinkle of it, you know what I mean? And so yeah, that's the through line, that's the fabric of the entire album, that's how it starts and that's how it ends. That was a really such a treat about this album, because I felt like I was in conversation with like all of my ancestors. And literally, I mean, they're on the album, like you can hear their voices throughout, so yeah, super sick.
But I stayed with you until your grave. Thank you for all that you gave.
Standing soldier, what's your Lakota name?
His dad was so proud of him and was so supportive of him, and he knew that Mato was going to go places. And that's what we talked about. We knew that one day he would be successful. One thing that we really liked was that it was him, you know, it was his words, his feelings, and how he talked about society and the things that as Indigenous people we experience, and it was right on. Whatever he sings and talks about in his songs, I get it. You know, as an elder, I get it, and his dad got it. And I believe that whatever he does in his lifetime, if he puts his mind to it and everything into it, he's going to make it. And the relatives, the ancestors will help him there.
So much of the album was such a victory lap for me, because you never get over grief, you never get over losing a parent. You're never the same. What you do though is you learn a relationship with that grief, and you learn to grow with it, and it kind of goes with you wherever you go. Once it came out and people were talking to me and fans were coming up and telling me what it was like, and to give that relief to people of like what it is to lose someone, what it is to celebrate someone. You just see life differently, and it was really nice to make this album for him.
I'm just recording this for my family here so that they can remember this song, and hopefully my children learn it and keep it someday for their children and their great-grandchildren. It's bad when we lose these songs. But this song here was sung by my ate. Oh, hey, my voice ain't very good, but I'll try my best.
The places that art has been able to take me I've been very grateful for. I think I embrace life with what it gives me, and then I'm embraced in return. That's the greatest legacy that I can have, and also the greatest way I can honor my dad and my ancestors. So that's also why I take what I do so serious, because I'm like, well, I'm living my dream, I'm living my grandma's dream, I'm living my great-grandpa's dream. You know, they always wanted to do stuff like this. They always wanted to have the freedom to create. And so I think I was doing that for him. I just love creating, getting ideas out and working with people, and I'll continue to do that because that's what I'm here to do.
I guess you could say, ain't no, yeah. When it got a raise, I could get the cash out and then my own parade. I could be the man now. I guess you could say, Hanging